Okay, so if you like to start running Facebook ads, if you like to start running Facebook ads on your smartphone in 2023 going forward, all you need to do is to follow the steps that I'll be showing you in this video. Okay, so the first thing you need to do if you are using an Android phone is to go to your Play Store app. But if you are on iOS, that's iPhone, all you need to do is to go to your Apple App Store and then search for Facebook Ads Manager. Facebook Ads. Oh, sorry about that mistake. Facebook Ads Manager, and then you install. Okay, the reason why my own is showing open is because I already have the app installed on my phone. Okay, but if you don't have the app, all you need to do is to click install and then open. Now the first step is to click on this green colored icon by the top right hand corner of your screen here. Now before we go into details, let me run you through all these marketing objectives and the reason why you will need each of them and the kind of situation that you need to use each of them. Okay, so the first one is post engagement. Now basically what post engagement is all about is running adverts that will get people to engage by liking or sharing your post or commenting on your post. That's basically what engagement is all about. So if you want to increase your likes or the comments that you're getting on your Facebook page or the shares that you're getting, this will be the best objective to use. Okay, then video views. If you want to get more people to watch your content, your video content, or to watch your music videos or your comedy or whatever you're doing, or you just want people to see your product image or to see videos about your service, this is the objective you use. Okay, now the next objective or marketing objective is the website traffic. Now if you want to, for example, uh, run advert to get people to visit your website, this is the objective to use. And then if you want to reach more people, if you basically want more people to see what you are doing, now reach is the objective to use. And then if you want to get people to send you message on Messenger or WhatsApp or Instagram to make inquiries about the product they are promoting or the service they are offering, or you just want to build a WhatsApp audience or people, if you want to increase the number of people that get to see your status on WhatsApp and start getting more status views, this is the objective to use, which is the messages. Or if you just like want to increase the number of people on your WhatsApp broadcast list, this is also the objective to use. If you also want to get more WhatsApp contacts, this is, if you want to also sell physical products, for example, this is also the objective to use. And I've learned that some people actually use it to sell digital products too. I've used it to in some situations to sell digital products, especially if, for example, you want to run a funnel, a sales funnel that is not that complicated. You can use this objective. Okay, and if, for example, you want to run ads and you don't have money to buy domain name, to buy web hosting, or you don't have a website, or you don't have a landing page where people can get to see details about what you are selling, you can also use this objective too, because the process is a little bit simpler and straightforward compared to using a proper funnel. Okay, and then if you want to get page likes, that to increase the number of followers you have on your Facebook page, you can use the last option, which is page like. Okay, you can also get more people to interact or engage with your post by liking, commenting, and also sharing. But for the most part, you only attract people that are more likely to like your post by using the last objective. Okay, but since we are trying to I'm trying to use a physical product to set an example for you to see how an advert is being set up. I'll be using the messaging objective, which is the second to the last one here, messages. Now the first thing you need to do once you get here is to select your ad image or your ad video. Now you can either use a single image or you can use more than one image. Now for you to use two or more images, you use the second to the last option, which is carousel. Okay, here you just click here and then you select the images, the number of images you want to use. But if you want to use a video for your advert, you select single video here. Okay, likewise if you want to, let me go back. Likewise if you want to use just an image, you just select. So let me pick one of my images here. Assuming this is my ad image. Okay, all you need to do to go to the next step is to click on the second icon here at the top, at the down side corner of the screen, that looks like a book and a Bible. Okay, yeah. Now this is where you select your destination. Do you want to drive traffic to Instagram? You select Instagram. If you want to drive traffic to your messenger, that if you want to get people coming to your messenger DM, you now select the first option here. Okay, but since like I said, I'll be using WhatsApp as my destination, where I want to get WhatsApp messages for this advert, all I'll have to do is to click WhatsApp business. Okay, but then if you don't, if your WhatsApp business is not linked to your Facebook ad account, you will see this option. Okay, so first of all, for you to get this right and to get the best options to run your advert on Facebook, you need to link your Instagram page to your Facebook page too, and you also need to link your WhatsApp account to your Facebook page. But then it's not every kind of WhatsApp account that you use. Okay, so you need to link your WhatsApp business. If you don't have a WhatsApp business, you need to download that app. It's a WhatsApp application that is meant for running businesses. Okay, so once you download it, you register and then you now use the number to link. The process is actually simple. Once you go to your Facebook page, you see and you go to your about, we are trying to complete the setup, the page setup. They will show you the option to use and link your WhatsApp business. You just enter your number and then they will send you a code to verify and confirm if it's you that wants to do it before allowing the page to get linked. Okay, so the next thing to do is to type your headline. Now the headline is what people will see. It's like a call to action. That's basically a sentence or a phrase that will make people to know what you want them to do and then do it. Okay, it's more like an encourager. Let me put it that way. So assuming I'm trying to sell a shoe, I can use something like get this shoe today. Okay, okay, I'm coming. Get free delivery if you order this shoe today. Okay, now this is not what you type if you are trying to run an advert. I'm just giving you an example to see how it's done. Okay, it largely depends on what you are offering. Are you really going to give them free delivery? This is not about lying. Okay, if you are not going to offer free delivery or you don't offer free delivery, don't use something like this. Okay, so it largely depends on what you are trying to get them to do. But if you have something that are offering that will be of benefit to them, it will be smart to kind of summarize it here in your headline, so that once they see, they'll be like, so I'll be getting this, and then it will trigger them to, or push them to want to buy or do what you want them to do, either buy your product or visit your or contact you on WhatsApp. Okay, so the next thing here is the primary text. Now the primary text is not just a space for you to type anything you feel like. Okay, it's basically a box that allows you to type your ad copy. Now an ad copy is just a marketing terminology for a written advert. Okay, kind of like a persuasive message that will explain or describe what you are trying to sell, the benefits it has, and then probably the bonuses that you add to them if you have or you are willing to offer something like that. And then it shows people, who kind of tells them all the things that they'll be getting, like the summary of everything they'll be getting. Okay, so ensure that you write all the benefits that they stand to get if you buy what you are selling. If you want more people to buy what you are selling, don't just tell them come and buy, make a seafood chop. Don't use that kind of advice. It shows desperation, and most of the time people will hardly take you serious when they see you using such words in your in your marketing message. Okay, there are smarter ways to write an ad. I'll probably make a video on that with time, but if you like to watch it, kindly subscribe to this video, to my channel, so that anytime I drop it, you get instant updates. Okay, and if you like this video, if you're enjoying this video, like and comment. Let me know in the comments. If you don't understand anything too, feel free to ask questions. Okay, when I have time, I'm going to create a video and I explain what and I explain more. Okay, or I'll probably just reply you in the comment. So feel free to ask questions. Don't be shy, we're all here to learn. So this is where you type your ad copy. You type. Once you're done, but I would suggest that you don't wait till you get to the Facebook ads interface before you start typing it. Okay, you need to type it somewhere and keep it safe, so that once you want to start running your advert, you just copy and paste. Okay, but for the sake of this video, let me just type rubbish so that we can continue to save time. So the next thing is to select your call to action. Your call to action has to be in line with what you want them to do. Okay, if you are trying to sell a physical product, for example, or a digital product, you can click on shop now. You can use shop now as your call to action button. Or if for example you are trying to sell or promote hotel reservation or a flight ticket, you can use book now. You can also use learn more if you are trying to sell something. Okay, if you want to kind of like make them to come and make push them to come and make inquiries in your WhatsApp DM about your business or about what you are promoting, you can use the learn more. You can also use the sign up. If for example we are trying to use WhatsApp to sell a training or a course or a tutorial or something, you can also use apply now. If for example you are trying to run an advert to get people to apply for a job or something, you can also use get offer. If for example and get code, they go hand in hand. If you are trying to sell for example land, we are trying to sell a house and but it doesn't have a fixed price, and so you want them to kind of like bid or to make their own offer to tell you like, okay, since you said 100k, okay, I'm willing to pay 70k. This is like oh this call to actions, these two call to actions, get offer and get good, basically gives people the chance to kind of like bid, okay, or bargain the price they are selling. But more often than not, get good is like giving people the chance to, okay, to tell you what they want, so that you can give them a price range of your service or your product. And then donate now will be more suitable when for example you are trying to run an advert that has to do with philanthropy. For example, let's say there's a crisis somewhere and then you're trying to encourage more people to support you, to raise funds to go and kind of buy relief materials that you dash or give to the people that have been affected by flooding or crisis or something, or a natural disaster. And then subscribe. This is where it will be more suitable to use this call to action if for example you are trying to get people to sign up for your newsletter or to subscribe to something they are selling. Okay, it's basically meant for subscription based businesses or services or products. And then contact us. You can use this if you want people to just like call you or to send you a DM on WhatsApp. Likewise, send WhatsApp messages goes hand in hand with contact us. Okay, but for the sake of this video, I'll use learn more. I'll just use learn more so that people can come to our DM with the desire to kind of to like ask us questions, okay, and get answers. Now the next thing you need to select is your placement. Now basically placement is about selecting where you want your advert to be shown. Okay, you don't want now this largely depends on your ad budget sometimes, because if you don't have much to spend on ads, it will be smart to leave it to run anywhere. But at times you can also use it still, okay, to kind of like test run and see which platform or which particular place on Facebook or Instagram will your advert perform better. Okay, so you can use automatic placement so that your advert will be placed on different places, either on audience network, inside messenger, on Instagram, or on Facebook feed, or on Facebook Reels or Facebook videos or marketplaces, anywhere, literally everywhere on Facebook and Instagram, your advert will be shown when you use the automatic placement. But for the sake of this video, I'll suggest that for the sake of this video, rather, I'll use manual placement so you can see how the manual placement is done. Since automatic placement is easy to do. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to, but before we go into that, you also need to select the device type that you want you want your ad to be displayed on. So for example, let's say your audience, okay, are people that prefer to use phones more than systems or laptops or desktop. You can easily you can now deselect the desktop option and then click done to save the changes. But if you want people that use both smartphones and desktops to see your advert, you can just leave it that way. You can also select desktop, okay, but for the sake of this advert, I don't want people who are using a desktop and laptops to see my ad, so I'll deselect desktop and then use only mobile and click done. Then for the places that I want my advert to be shown, I don't want people on Messenger to see my advert, so I'll deselect it and then click on this white colored Nike sign to save the changes. And then excuse me, you go to audience network now and then deselect all the options too, because I don't want them to see. And then for Instagram, I also don't want people on Instagram to see my advert. So after doing that, always ensure that you click on this white colored Nike sign or mark sign by the top right hand corner of your screen to save the changes. If not, it will be saved. And then the next one is Facebook. I don't want people on video feeds, on stories, on marketplaces, on in-stream videos and Facebook Business Explorer to see my advert. I only want people to see my advert on feed. Now, feed is just another word for Facebook timeline. That's people who are on their Facebook timeline. I want them to see my advert. That's why I'm selecting feed. Okay. Now save the changes. Now, since I'm done with this part, I'll just click save and then go to the next stage, which is the audience. Now, for audience, this is not about selecting random set of people or categories of people, okay, which is why it's very advisable that it's very good that you conduct your audience research or you do your due diligence to know who exactly is more likely to buy what you are selling before you even start running your advert, before you even start thinking of downloading the Facebook Ads Manager to start running your adverts. You need to know who is actually more likely to buy what you are selling, or who are the kind of people that usually buy what you are selling, okay, or who are the kind of people that usually follow the stuff that you are doing. If you are into comedy or you are into music or you act drama or you post videos or you act movies, who are the kind of people that usually watch your kind of music? Who are people who are interested in your genre? You can't go and be targeting people who are interested in hip hop, for example. When you are an Afrobeat singer, they will most likely not they will most likely not follow what you are doing. They most likely not be interested in liking or following you, and so you might end up wasting your funds. So you need to be sure these people that I'm trying to target are the people who are really interested in what I'm doing, so that you maximize the money that you're spending on your advert, okay, which is why audience research is very essential. Okay, if you don't know how to do audience research, kindly let me know in the comments too, and so that I'll create time to make a video on how to do that in the future. Okay, kindly let me know in the comments if you like to watch a video on how to do audience research. I'll show you different ways to conduct audience research so that it will be easy for you to set up an advert when you get to this stage. Okay, if you are enjoying this video, kindly let me know also in the comments, and also give it the thumbs up. And if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, do that, so that anytime I drop a video in that is in this category or in line with Facebook advertising or how to sell your stuff on the internet, you also get instant access to it. Okay, it's free to subscribe. Nobody's going to charge you a dime, so you are basically helping yourself by subscribing so that you get more updates like this in the future. So the next thing you do is to create your audience. Okay, but if you already have a saved audience, all you need to do is to select the audience you've saved and then go to the next stage and make payment. That's all. But since you are probably creating an advert for the first time on your smartphone, all you need to do is to click on this option, which is create new audience here. Once you select that option, you now continue. Okay, but for you to be able to differentiate your adverts, because after running your first advert, you might see the need to run two more two or more adverts at the same time. You probably end up running 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 10 or probably 20 adverts, depending on your budget and how you want to get fast results. Okay, so I'll advise you to name your advert so that it will be easy for you to identify and differentiate which advert is giving you the best results and which one is not. So let me use first shoe ad. Let me give it this name. Okay, now after doing this, you now select location. Now this also depends on your audience. Like I said, audience research is very essential. That's why you need to know how to do it very well. If you don't know how to do audience research to know who exactly the kind of people that will most likely buy what you are selling, or support or promote what you are selling, or patronize you, you need to figure out how to do that. And if you don't know, can you let me know in the comments so that I'll make time to create a video on that. If you're not interested, fine. So here you now type the location. Okay, you can run your advert different locations. You can run your advert to different countries. Even if you are here in Nigeria, or you are in Ghana, or you are in Germany, or you are in Australia, you can run your advert to shoot people in another country. For example, if you're in Africa, you can run your advert to show it to white people. You can show it to Asians. You can show it to Americans. You can show it to people in Egypt. If you are in Togo, okay. So if you are in Nigeria, you can show it to people in Ghana. If you are in Nigeria, you can also show it to people anywhere across the world. Okay. So this is where you select. But for the sake of this video, I'll be using Nigeria as my location. But then, if you don't want everybody in Nigeria to see your advert, you can also select based on state. Okay, you can select based on state or region. Okay, but here is something you need to bear in mind. Once you type your location, you most likely see a list of options that will pop up. Okay, don't just rush and click all of them. Okay, you have to be sure that you are selecting the right location. Now, as you can see, this is Lagos de Monero. This place is most likely not in Nigeria, and so it won't be smart to select it. So I just want to target people who are living in the city of Lagos. So the first option is the one I'll select because it's showing Lagos, Nigeria. So they are telling me you can't select locations that overlap. Your audience location is currently set in Nigeria. Do you want to set it to Lagos instead? So I'll select yes, okay, by clicking OK. If I want to add more locations, I can easily type the locations here too, and then click on this white colored Nike sign to save the changes. Okay, now once you are done with selecting your location or the places you want people to see your advert in, you can also exclude these locations, which means you select places that you completely or totally don't even want people from there, or people who reside in those places, to see your advert. If you want, if you like that, if you want, but it's not mandatory. So the next thing is to your age. Your age depends on who exactly, like I said, audience research is key. Who exactly are most likely going to promote, support, patronize, watch, view, or enjoy, or pay for what you are trying to promote with your advert. So it depends. If you are selling shoes, for example, for men, I will advise you to go for an age range where the people in that age range can afford what you are selling. Okay, so that you will not end up promoting stuff to people who will be like, I like this thing, but I don't have money, or they will end up um, placing an order, and at the end of the day, they will tell you they don't have money to pay. Okay, or you start giving silly excuses to dodge to dodge from paying for your product. Okay, so you need to select an age range that people who fall in that category can actually afford to pay for what you are selling, who are really interested in what you are selling. So after selecting your age range, you now go to the next thing, which is gender. Okay, so it depends who are most likely going to be interested in what you are trying to promote, or who are most likely going to patronize what you are promoting. Is it men, is it women, is it all gender? You can select it here. Okay, you can either use men or women, or select all gender. And then the next thing is to select interest. Now this depends on what their hobbies are, what they usually spend their money on, where they usually go, the kind of things they buy, the kind of things they enjoy using, the kind of movies they love to watch, the kind of music they love to play, the kind of celebrities or public figures they like to follow, the kind of pages they like, the kind of groups they belong to, the kind of associations. So this largely, like I said, audience research is key. So this depends on who are your audience and the kind of things they engage in, okay, and the kind of things they love to do. So your interest here is basically keywords that has to do with their demographic or their interests or their behaviors. So you have to type it here. So say for example, I'm trying to sell shoes. I can type shoes here, and then once you type shoes, it's going to show you a list of options. Okay, but then you need to be careful with the selection, because you can select people who you can end up, you might end up selecting an interest that don't really match with who you excuse me, with who you really want to see your advert. Okay, which is why it's very very good to know what they are interested in and the kind of thing they spend their money on. Okay, so this is where you select you select you select their interest. Okay, depending on the kind of things that they buy. So for example, the people that I'm trying to target, let's see that they are interested in Clark shoes, I'll now select Clark shoes and then select other options that they might be interested in. Let's see Kida shoes too, and then Aldo shoes too. Okay, but if it's music, for example, they are trying to target, you can select maybe let's say reggae music. Reggae music, you can select reggae music. Let's assume it's music that you're trying to promote. Okay, so it has to be the interest you're going to select has to be in line with what you want to promote, okay, or your industry. But then there is something called, now once you're done, just click on this white mark sign at the top right hand corner of your screen to save the changes. Okay, but there's something called zero targeting. Now zero targeting basically means selecting an audience that without having to include their interests or their hobbies or their behaviors or their demographics. Okay, you just, so if you want to do zero targeting, all you need to do is to select the location and then the age range and then the agenda. That's all. Or at times you can even ignore the gender completely. You just select all. Okay, and then the reason why you might need to use zero targeting is when for example you're not sure about the people who are going to be interested in what you are selling. That's if you are not sure whether it's women or men that are most likely going to patronize or support or to follow, will be interested in what you are trying to promote with your advert. You can use zero targeting, or in an instance where for example you are promoting a product that has mass appeal, that's a product that is being patronized by both men and women, then I'll advise you to use zero targeting. And if for example you are trying to also um, promote a product that is meant for unisex, that's both gender, that's either men and women, you can also use you can use zero targeting. When you're done, you just click on this sign to save changes. Okay, and then you go to the next stage, which is the payment. Okay, now this largely depends on your budget. Do you have money to run your advert for a very long time? You can select lifetime, but don't be worried about this. Okay, you can actually pause your ad with time if you want it to stop running. Okay, so selecting lifetime does not mean that it will start running till the day you die. No, it basically means that it's going to continue running as long as you continue funding it, and it's in line with Facebook ad policies that they don't ban your ad account. Okay, and also you can use daily. For daily your advert is going to continue, it's only going to run for 24 hours, and after that it will stop even if you have money in your ad account. Okay, so here this is where you select the amount they are willing to spend. Okay, and the least amount you can spend is around, the minimum amount you can spend is around 500 I think per day. Okay, and this is where you increase your money, your okay. they've increased the minimum amount. Initially it was 500 naira, but currently it's 752. So the least amount you can spend is 752. Let's also use 800 naira. Okay, you can use 1000 naira, you can use 2000 naira, 3000 naira and above. You can use 5k, you can use 10k depending on your ad budget. Okay, so you can run the ad continuously if you want, so that it will continue running over and over again. But if you want to run it for just the day, you can just leave it like that. But if you want to increase the day, you just click on, you can use this plus and minus sign to either increase or reduce the date that it's going to run for. Okay, but if your ad budget is not enough, they will let you know by showing you this message: your current budget is 266 naira per day, but you must spend at least 752 naira per day to run an ad. Please update your budget or schedule. What that means is, I'm trying to run an advert for 3 days, but my ad budget is not enough, it's not sufficient, so I have to increase it. Once I'm able to increase it to reach the minimum amount, they will allow it to run. Okay, and if I want to run it for just a day, like I said, or you want to run it for just a day, you can reduce the number of days it will run for by using the plus and minus sign. You can either increase or reduce. Okay, and then for delivery, this aspect, it's optional. Basically, you can either bid for the highest volume. What that means is, you get the most results or purchase value for your budget, or you can bid cap, set the highest you want to bid in any auction. What the second option means is that this is where you type in the amount that you're willing to spend to get people to take a particular action, either to watch a video, or to stream your music, or to like your post, or to comment on your post, or to visit your website, or to send you a message on WhatsApp, Telegram, or Instagram. Now this is where you tell them, okay, this is you now tell Facebook, this is the highest amount I'm willing to pay for people to take a particular action. And then once you are done, you just select, you just go to the next, you just click on um, the back arrow button to go to get back to this interface. And then once you are done with that aspect, you just click on this blue sign, and then you review your ad. Once you are done with all the setup, don't just click on place order. Okay, you need to ensure that you go through your advert to be sure that what you've typed or what you've done is really on point, it's really correct. You need to ensure that your advert, your budget is what you really want to spend on your ad. And then you need to be sure that your ad image is the one you want to use, your ad copy is also correct, and your placement is on point, and your headline and primary text, which is your ad copy, is also on point. Once you are done with that, you just click on place order. That's all. Now once you click on place order, Facebook will ask you to make payment. Now this depends on whether you've added a card to your ad account. If you've added a card to your ad account that you're using to make payment for your ad, it automatically, and you have money saved in there, it automatically deduct from there, and your ad will be reviewed. And when it's in line with their policies and it doesn't violate any of their policies, it will start running. Okay, and you can now log into your Facebook Ads Manager to monitor your ad to see whether it's performing well or not. But if you don't have a card saved or linked to your ad account, you can use another third-party platform. You don't necessarily have to register though. It's called PayU. Okay, once you are done with this part and you click on place order and you're sure that your advert is correct, everything set up is how you want it to be, and you click on place order, it will take you to a secured page where you enter your card details, your debit card, whether it's a MasterCard, a VAV card, or a Visa card, depending on the card that Facebook is accepting as at that particular time, because they sometimes do ban or stop accepting certain cards. Okay, so you need to ensure that your card is being accepted, or a card can actually work for payments on Facebook. And then once they deduct the amount that you want to bid for your ad, it will show successful and then bring you back to your Facebook ad manager, and then it will show you whether the ad is being reviewed or is running. If it's being reviewed, you just have to exercise some patience for some time. Okay, After a while, Facebook will send you a notification whether your advert has been approved or not. If it's not approved, it probably means that you've made a mistake or you've violated one of their policies, and so you have to either seek review or you ask them to you make adjustment to your advert, or you change maybe your ad image or your ad video or your ad copy to to tally or to be in line with their ad policies, and then you resend for it to be reviewed. Okay, once that is done and everything is in order, Facebook will approve your ad and it will start running. Then anytime you want to check if you are getting the likes or the comments or the shares or the views or the visits to your website or messages on your WhatsApp, all you need to do is to click on uh, this app on your phone, this Facebook Ads Manager, which has been changed to Meta Ads. That's the name it's showing now. You just click on it and then you check to review and see how far. So that's how to run a Facebook ads, a simple Facebook ads campaign using your smartphone in 2023. If you like this video, kindly give it a thumbs up, and if you have any question you'd like me to answer, let me know in the comments by by typing it. Okay, feel free to ask questions too if you have any question and you want me to clarify anything. Okay, now the reason why it's showing me add error here is because I've not added money and I've not completed the process. That's why. Okay, so if you also like to get more videos like this in the future, all you need to do um is to subscribe. It's free to subscribe. Nobody's going to charge you a dime. The reason why you need to subscribe is because you get more and more updates like this for free in the future. So that's it for now. Bye.